Okay, I'm on my way to a coworker's house to go pick up some food. They're doing kind of a drive-by party kind of thing here. Thought I'd give you guys a perspective. We've got about 8 inches of snow up here on the hillside today, up above Anchorage. Louise just came back from shopping. She said the roads are kind of a mess. I don't really mind them. I don't necessarily know we got about 8. We had like 4 earlier. We might have gotten 5 or 6, especially like right from my house. It's hard to tell here in the road because of the tire tracks and all that. And of course, the snow on the side of the road. All that's been there. Most that's been there for days. Although we have a ton of fresh snow, like a lot of fresh snow on top. So thought I'd take a little road trip here and let you guys see again a little bit about what Alaska driving's like here in the wintertime. Setting up for the spring and summer when I start running the bike as part of the MotoVlog. So right now the MotoVlog series is more about giving you guys some exposure to Alaska. Again, they don't salt the roads here. The most they'll ever do is lay down gravel. It's not bad. It's when you're driving on hard packed snow, it's not slippery the way ice is. When conditions get bad or when it gets warm and the stuff starts to melt and then refreeze. As long as it's hard packed snow, it's not really that bad. They do come through and plow. They haven't plowed at all today because it's been snowing all day, so they're not going to plow. And my neighborhood is like day 3. So my street, eventually we have contractors that come in and do my street in our neighborhood. But this part right here is like day 3 of plowing. And since obviously today is day 0 because it's been snowing, it will be like another 2 or 3 days at least before the plows can get out here and knock any of this down to where it's like all flat and some other way. You don't see the tire tracks anymore. But yeah, I mean here, like I'm stopping, I'm not sliding at all. This isn't sliding. It does help. There's some choppiness to the road, you know, some da-da-da-da-da, so you get a little bit of skip from the tire tread as it bounces across where they did plow, and stuff is like, and cars drive up and hit their brakes, and they leave little kind of like the stuff on the highway, like on the edge of the highway, that lets you know, the rumble strip on the highway. That's what I guess I'm trying to say. It makes the whole intersection kind of like a rumble strip type of thing as you pull up to an intersection. So it's not impossible to stop. It was actually uncomfortable when I owned the Veloster because the Veloster sat so low to the ground and the suspension and thing is super stiff. So when you ran across stuff like that, the car like vibrate really hard as you went across it. But I mean, you can see the traffic has come through here. There's about a foot of snow there in the median that's been pushed up from people driving. Really, I mean, poor people turning across their driveway or into a street across that. They're the ones that have to deal with that the most at the moment. But my lane is nice and clear. I think they have had a plow come through because it's not like tire tracks. This is like smoothed out a little bit for all the way across the lane. So but yes, it's a lot of people wonder what it's like to drive. And Anchorage is different, all right? Anchorage is different from any other place in Alaska. So like Valdez, with its mountains of snow that they get, and Fairbanks, where it's super cold, and Ukiyavik, what used to be called Barrow, where it's super cold and all the snow they get. It's a different. Anchorage is unique in its weather patterns. So it's mild. I mean, it's 19 degrees outside. To put it in perspective, I'm wearing a very light Levi's, they call it a trucker jacket. It's denim and with like sweatshirt sleeves and a sweatshirt hood. And then I'm wearing a Bazinga t-shirt underneath it. That's what I'm wearing, and jeans. I'm not bundled up warm. People think, oh, it's super cold there. No, it's not that cold. It's not. Not to those of us that have lived here for a while, and you come up here and you find out without all the wet and humidity and wind, this doesn't feel bad. I mean, would I want to be out in it for 8 hours? Probably not. I'd probably want to dress a little bit warmer if I was going to be out in it for a while, but it's certainly livable the way it is. On the way to where I'm going, I'm going to drive through my old neighborhood just to put it in, because it's really close to where I'm going. So I'll drive through my old neighborhood really quick. Before I bought the house, the neighborhood we lived in before I bought the house. So I've been steadily descending. I've descended probably 700 or 800 feet over the past couple minutes here. This drive, I've been descending down the hill. Give you an idea of elevation here. Been steadily. We're going to be down at the bottom of the hill there. You can see, I don't know if you see the lights down there, the car coming out from the right down there at the bottom. That's the street I'm going to turn onto. Right there is probably about 150 feet above sea level in that area, as opposed to where we were at. Yeah, you might want to stop that little blue SUV. Yeah, you don't have to back up. You're good right there, car. You're good. You're good. Don't panic. Don't panic. It'll be all right. Got snow falling here. Should probably put my wipers on like the lowest pause setting there, or intermittent setting, I mean. Leave all the traffic behind me at the light, because WRX is made for this. As I mentioned to a buddy of mine on the phone earlier, my car, the turbo loves this cold air. It's like oh, this is horsepower here. You've got power to spare now. Turn here on Independence. Go into my old neighborhood here. Christmas lights on some houses. I do need to find out exactly where I'm going here. I know the rough neighborhood, roughly where I'm going, but exactly. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna drive to my old neighborhood here. Hope you guys are enjoying your December. December has been better for me than the previous month was. Having COVID right before Thanksgiving and actually not even really being able to eat on Thanksgiving was interesting. Just pull right out in front of me. I got you on camera. Just do whatever you want there, dude. Don't mind me at all. Just a car coming right at you. Fucking idiots. I apologize for my language. So this is going to turn into my old neighborhood here. This is the neighborhood I used to live in before I bought my house. This parking lot right here on my left was where I parked. Not this house that's right here on my left. Our house is right behind it. The houses are in like a diamond shape, so there's like 4 of them in one little block. But yeah, I lived right in there. And this is where, before, of course, Odie died back on Columbus Day, our German Shepherd. But I used to walk Odie around this block every single day, 2 to 3 times a day, in the morning, at night, sometimes in between that. And yeah, this was the old neighborhood. Let me stop at the stop sign and answer his text real quick. Anyway, so yeah, this is my old neighborhood. little Independence Park neighborhood. Wasn't a bad little neighborhood. We had problems with one of our neighbors. One caused problems for most of the people in the neighborhood. Most of our neighbors that we were friends with have since moved out and gone on to other places. So the community we were part of here is kind of like dwindled down anyway. And we love our house. The house I bought, I love my new neighborhood. So there is that. Wouldn't trade it for anything. I love my house. Does he want me to turn on this street or no? Turn on this street. No. And then I'm going to turn right on the first street here. All right. So I'm going to probably cut the video here because I want to show off his neighborhood. But anyway, I'll pick up the video again when I get back to driving. All right, so I'm back to filming now. Stopped and picked up the food. He gave me 2 big bags of food. I don't have any idea what all is in here. So to put it in perspective, my coworker's Filipino, really great. I'm really hoping that in here is some lumpia. His wife cooked, and they're doing like giving food away and all that. I really hope there's some lumpia in here. That's just me. That's what I hope is in here. Nice Christmas lights in that house right there on the right hand side. So I'm gonna do a little twist here. We're gonna go out. We're gonna get on the highway going back. I don't need to. I can go right back up the hill, right back up the hillside to get home. But I think I'm gonna jump out here and we'll get on the highway and we'll see what the highway looks like right now. I mean, you can see there's a lot of snow on this road, like a lot. They got a decent amount of snow too, and they're not even up the hillside with us. They're down here, and they got a decent amount of snow. His street, oh my God, the snow on his street was bad. Like it hasn't been touched at all. Not a lot of people driven through there. There's like 6 to 8 inches of snow all over the road there. It's like really heavy snow on his street. So again, one of the advantages of driving a car like this is the WRX was made for rally originally. That's what the car was designed for the World Rally Championships. And 4-wheel drive, plenty of horsepower. This car does not mind. I wish that van wasn't there. I could have went, but it's not going fast enough. Gosh darn it. You held me up there, buddy. Come on, people. Go. The traffic's timing it just right that if I tried to go across, the car's coming from the other side. I'm completely clear on the right, and he's turning right. Let's go. Drift a little bit sideways there. Why not? Because we can. Why? Because we can. That's why. All right. The one car's practically up on the curb there to the left. That's kind of interesting. It looks like he swerved a little bit. I don't know if you can see his tire tracks, but his tracks in the snow, it's like, yeah, he's struggling. I don't know what the heck that is, but yeah, that guy, he's all over the road, like literally. And I'm tracking straight, so that's the difference. I don't know what that guy's driving up there or who's driving, but they're having some serious problems. They're having trouble driving. Anyway, let's just jump out on the highway and see what the highway looks like. I'm going to anticipate when I get on the highway that we will see people in the median or on the side of the road because of the difficulties people have driving that make no sense to me. Usually what happens is somebody coming on the highway and the person on the highway doesn't give them room and then runs out of room and ends up going in the ditch. One of them goes in the ditch because either the guy on the highway doesn't give room until the last second and then loses control, or the guy coming on the highway, they don't let him in and he loses control. One way or the other, we're going to see some interesting stuff on the highway, I guarantee it. I'm not worried about the road itself. Again, the advantage of this car is it loves driving. And me drifting that corner was me doing it on purpose. I don't mind doing that at all. wasn't the road making me do it, it was me doing it. All right, so there's that guy up there. What is that, a BMW that he can't drive? I don't know. I really don't know. He was seriously having problems, that's all I know. All right, so let's see what happens when we get on the highway. We're gonna go down 2 exits. We're gonna skip O'Malley. I could go back up O'Malley. We're gonna go all the way down to Huffman. But that guy's playing in the snow. He's doing it on purpose. So he's gonna freaking wreck in a minute, dude. He's just being a jackass. He just, like, literally. The car behind him is like seriously worried now. Look at it, he almost lost control. That's a guy who's he thinks he's in control of his car and he's not. So a little bit of blowing snow here. I don't know if you can see this. It's like not the greatest visibility. The camera actually has better visibility than I do, if you want to know the truth. But yeah, that guy in that Beamer is not exactly being smart. I'm not saying he's being completely stupid either, but he was just goofing off at the end of the day. I saw like the whole thing was like swerving left and right. The problem was he had people behind him and they didn't know what he was doing, and he made them a little bit nervous. So we're gonna skip O'Malley here and go down to Huffman. We're gonna climb the Huffman Hill and see what Huffman looks like going back up the mountain. So again, the camera actually has better visibility than I do. It's interesting that when I look down at the camera, I can actually see a little bit better than I can in person. Not that visibility is bad, it's just that blowing snow gives like a cloudy effect to me that for some reason the camera is like managing to like see the lights of the other cars actually better than I was. So yeah, somebody's up here in the ditch as expected. On the right hand side of the road, you'll see in a second, somebody has gone off the road. I don't want to move to the left because there's a car right here next to me. I'm gonna have to though. He gave me some room. Yeah, so there you go. Somebody lost control. And maybe not. I don't know what those plows are doing. They're actually blocking part of the right lane. Those are plows. I think one of the plows is broke down or something. There's 2 more plows there with him. But come up here. Take Huffman. Hit the roundabout here. Got a car coming from my left, some cars coming from my right. But yeah, I just want to let you know, it's not, people are that might be like, isn't it hard to drive in Alaska? It's not hard to drive in Alaska at all. It's not hard to drive here at all. At least not around here. Anchorage is pretty easy to drive in, actually. I'd much rather drive here than back in Indiana with all they put the salt down, that makes stuff melt, then it refreezes at night, and you're constantly dealing with slippery, icy conditions. Other than when they first put the salt down, everything else is slippery and icy. Even when they put the salt down, Then you're dealing with melted snow, so you're dealing with wet. This is just like the road's dry right there. That's bare pavement I'm driving on. I'm already on bare pavement, and it's not icy. It's bare pavement. Of course, I have snow tires on my car, so I've got much beefier tread than a standard tire. But again, it's very easy to drive here. I don't find it hard to drive at all. And to put it in perspective, the speed limit's 45 and I'm doing 53. Shh, don't tell the police. Anyway, it's not hard to drive at all, like literally. This is actually good driving conditions. Is it as good as like summertime roads? No. But it's not bad. Do I want to take a motorcycle out in it? No. But yeah, it's not hard to drive here. It's not hard to drive at all. I would happily light the road up for you guys a little bit more, except for the fact that I keep having to deal with oncoming traffic, and I don't want to blind them. Otherwise, I would easily throw my brights on to give you guys a little bit better perspective of what the road's like out there. Now we're climbing a little bit harder to get up to my neighborhood. Maybe a little bit of a steep climb here. All things considered, I think this is like a 6% grade or a 7% grade here. I forget. But yeah, it's a little bit steeper. Definitely, like some people be afraid to like start from a stop on a hill like this, but it's not hard to drive. Just typical Anchorage weather in the wintertime. To believe it or not, the guy behind me is like sticking right on my butt, so I'm back down at 45 now. I slowed down to 45 when I was climbing that hill. Didn't want to like really like cause any problems to anybody else. But the guy behind me, he's been on my butt the entire time. So he and his pickup truck were doing the exact same thing I was doing. Come up on this curve here, and as I get ready to turn into my neighborhood, I just want to let you guys know, I hope you're all having a very good December. I hope that COVID hasn't gotten you too down with all the lockdowns and not being able to do half the stuff you want to do. I fully understand that because it's been kind of that way for me as well. But 2020 is coming to a close, and we're all going to get through it one way or another. So please enjoy your lives. Enjoy every single day. That's what 2020 has taught me more than anything. I was already trying to do it. 2020, more than anything, has taught me take advantage of every day. Seize the day. And enjoy every moment. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends. You know, enjoy the people around you. Take advantage of each and every moment that life gives you. And just try and not let it get you down. More than anything, don't let life get you down. So turning back into my neighborhood here, we'll see a few of the Christmas lights on my neighbor's house and stuff like that. So thank you again if you've been watching the video. I appreciate it. Please hit the follow, or please hit the subscribe, please hit the like. They'll all help the video, the algorithm on YouTube. Thank you for stopping in. This is again Wolflight. This is Jim from Alaska saying thank you for watching the video. If you made it this far, obviously I appreciate it, and I wish you, I don't know if I'll film another one before then, I'm sure I will, but I wish you a Merry Christmas and a good night. As you see street signs, you'll know where my neighborhood is. But again, thank you for stopping by, watching the video. I appreciate it. I'm going to be quiet here for the rest of it, and we'll just enjoy the lights and the sweep down to my street. So good night once again.